Elliott Forrest here from WQXR. Joining me now is Paola Prestini. She is a composer and the co-founder and artistic director of National Sawdust. Thank you so much for joining me.
It's lovely to be with you.
What are your biggest challenges? And I guess that we all know the challenge, but what are you thinking these days on how to overcome this challenge of both reaching out to your audiences and supporting the artists that normally play in your venue?
I mean, there's a lot on my mind, obviously, and I think that the biggest word that kind of sticks with me in this moment of great change is resiliency. As artists, we're very used to kind of having to always reimagine how we're going to exist. Especially as a composer, you're always looking for your new work. You're self-producing. You're kind of having a very, very kind of multifaceted career that constantly pushes you to create and to reimagine. So I think that right now, what I'm really thinking about is how to be in the moment and kind of constantly be hopefully bettering the moment, and then obviously also looking to the future to see how I can adapt both as an artist and as a leader of a small organization. So that's kind of where my mind is at. I think at the very beginning, it was really just about healing because there was so much canceled and so much change and so much, you know, um, tragedy, in terms of having to let people go in our organization, and in terms of having big premieres that all of a sudden I had to, I had to, just realize we're gone. So now I'm more in the kind of resiliency and how do we reimagine, and I'm very excited to put to put my energy into hopefully helping a little slice of the field.
Like so many organizations, I've been actually impressed the amount of creativity that has been poured into online performances and people gathering together virtually. What are you doing in that regard?
Well, on the sawdust front, the first step we took was really to look at our archives and to begin to, like everybody else, disseminate them in a creative way. So with our programming team, we looked at different themes that we thought would really resonate with people in these moments. So themes from joy, this week it's the environment, next week is spirituality and mysticism, and really curate the archival output of sawdust into a really intentional and beautiful way. That also includes other aspects of the organization that weren't as well known to the public. So the log, which was our really incredible editorial wing, was founded by Steve Smith, or our albums, which range from Du Yoon's Angel's Bone to Kamala Sankaram's newest release. So really curating the newsletter almost as an offering every week. And then next week, I'm really excited because we got this kind of angel grant to be able to support artists directly. Because obviously, as an artist myself, especially with all my commissions postponed or just canceled, it's like, how do you make a living, especially when streaming has for so long, especially in the classical field, been something that we haven't monetized. And so in that sense, I'm really excited because we're going to be able to pay substantial fees for artists that we've had to cancel, postpone, and then we're working with New Music USA to identify those most in need. And so we're launching two series that begin next week, which then in tandem will form a Discovery Festival hand in hand with the archival, which is our live act. Altogether, it's called our live act. So that's the approach at Sawdust. And then for me, on Saturday, I'll be working with Maria Popova, who has a really incredible site called Brain Pickings. So April 25th at 1:30, she's gathered an incredible range of people, everyone from Amanda Palmer to Patti Smith to Jad Abumrad. And it's basically with her friends at Pioneer Works. And it's going to be this live event, and I'm participating with the Young People's Chorus of New York City and a work with Maria Popova's words. And so all of us together will basically be donating our time to create this kind of incredible live stream event that really celebrates the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, but also Rachel Carson's legacy.
National Sawdust opened in 2015.
Mhm.
The name of the organization is that the building used to make
Sawdust.
sawdust. For those who don't know, what's your elevator pitch on what National Sawdust is?
It's an arts institution that really focuses on bridging from emerging to professional life. This is done through kind of a regenerative series of programs that range from a residency program to competitions like the Hildegard competition for female, trans, and non-binary. We have a label. So it's really incubation to dissemination in a space that really celebrates discovery.
Paola Prestini, National Sawdust, thank you so much for spending some
Thank you
time
so
with
much
me.
for your time.